What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Mark Stock Review, hope you're doing well today. This video is going to be on Tuscan Holdings and the merger with Microvast. I'm going to go over a very brief overview of the transaction, 3 reasons to be bullish, and a final take. And if you've watched my videos before, you know I'm going to be very brief and to the point to respect your time. All I ask is a thumbs up if you do find the video helpful. So that said, let's get right into it. Full disclosure, at the time of this recording, I don't currently own shares of this SPAC. I did list a few of my other SPACs that I do own. Recent trades include adding shares to GSAH. Any questions on that SPAC, just let me know in the comment section below. Okay, moving right along, the implied equity valuation of the merger is going to be $3 billion. The new name is going to be Microvast Holdings. They are based out of Houston, Texas. They develop batteries for commercial and specialty vehicles, such as mining trucks. The new ticker is going to be MVST, trading on the NASDAQ. The company is expected to have $822 million, and the deal is expected to close in Q2 2021. The first reason to be bullish is that Microvision has existing infrastructure, product line, and revenue. Microvision was built ground up. They were founded in 2006. They first developed a library of IP, then they built that into a product portfolio, initially focused on China and Asia, and expanded from there. Regarding their infrastructure, they have existing R&D, battery material manufacturing, and cell automation production capabilities already in place. Moving on to their products include a battery system that can be fully charged in 10 minutes, and their batteries won't need to be replaced for the life cycle of the vehicles. They're diversified into 4 areas: commercial vehicles, which is their focus, passenger vehicles, energy storage, and battery components. And most importantly, as of October 2020, 28,000 EVs have been powered by their battery systems in 170 cities within 19 countries. And not to mention 3.8 billion miles driven on their battery systems without a single accident caused by their batteries. And lastly, they have existing revenue. The 2020 estimated revenue is going to be $100 million, and the 2025 estimated revenue is going to be $2.3 billion. And from my point of view, what's even more important is that they have contracts for their existing pipeline through 2027. Okay, so reason number 2 that I'm bullish is that Microvision has vertical integration through their entire R&D process. Microvision makes their own battery components, including the anodes, cathodes, electrolytes, and separators. This is going to shorten the time of trial productions and give them the option of selling the components of the batteries directly to consumers, specifically customers who want to build their own batteries. And this is really important because, like I said before, they're focusing on commercial vehicles first because per their CEO, they believe that car makers will eventually be making the batteries themselves. And so because they're vertically integrated, moving forward, they can sell their battery systems to commercial vehicles and their components of batteries to car makers. Okay, on to reason number 3, 2 catalysts. Catalyst number 1, per their conference call transcript, the company stated, quote, in advanced discussions with 2 other marquee global customers, which, if executed, could provide an additional $3 billion in contracted revenue through 2028. And catalyst number 2, I do expect a PR update soon on the Germany factory, which should be completed by end Q1. Any announcement on that subject should provide a tailwind for the share price. On to my final take, I want to mention a few brief points. Number 1, Microvast is going to benefit from general government tailwinds from the new administration. Number 2, regarding QuantumScape, that stock skyrocket and they won't even have revenue for several years. They also don't have the infrastructure and relationships that Microvast has. So based on that, in my opinion, there's room to run. And number 3, regarding Freyr, there's been a lot of attention to that company recently, but in my opinion, they don't quite compare to Microvast because they don't have the IP and solid future revenue contracts. But don't get me wrong, Freyr is a solid company. That was the subject of my last video. They have the potential to become a European powerhouse as a battery supplier, but just not as progressed as Microvast at this point. And one more thing before the bottom line, I did add a new position of Thcb this morning while editing. Here's my position and cost basis for your reference. And so for the bottom line, $100 million in revenue for Microvast, future revenue contracts, factories worldwide, catalysts in place. So for me, it's a buy, especially on dips. And that does it for the video. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please consider hitting the thumbs up and subscribing if you haven't already. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll be talking to you soon. Take care.